Welcome to our latest Graham and Sibbald podcast episode. Today we are joined by Katie Tait, who works within the Hotel and Leisure Department at Graham and Sibbald as a hotel and leisure agent. Hi Katie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you for having me.
Oh, delighted to have you on. How exciting. So nice and easy to kick us off. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you worked at GNS for?
Yeah, no worries. I work in the Edinburgh office as a student surveyor, and I'm graduating uni this year. I'm planning to sit my EPC next May, but I've actually been at the company for 8 years this year. I started when I was 16 doing administration when I did a modern apprenticeship. And then after about 4 years, I found my feet a little bit more and decided I wanted to pursue a surveying career. So here we are.
Yeah, brilliant. And did you say APC next year?
Next year, yeah.
Wow, not long. That's
I know
exciting.
it's been around so fast.
Yeah. So obviously, you said you started in administration and now you've gone into your surveying. So what is it that you like about working in the property industry?
Yeah, so my favourite part would be being able to travel the length and breadth of Scotland, and I get to see a lot of new and exciting places that I never probably would have ventured to, even though I live here. And it's really good to meet all different kinds of business owners, and talk to them about their specific business. It's one of my favourite things is just meeting new people. No day is the same in our line of work, which obviously brings quite a lot of challenges, but also brings a lot of enjoyment to be able to have an understanding of how each business is run. So yeah, that would be my favourite.
Yeah, cool. A lot of surveyors who've had on the podcast have said that no
Yeah.
day is the same, which is very cool to hear. So International Women's Day theme for 2024 is to inspire inclusion. I guess my question is there anyone who inspires you in your career?
Well, for me personally, I'm inspired by all of my female peers and colleagues in the industry. I'm also inspired by the amazing women in my life, like my mum, my sister, and my friends. I think it is really important to have strong female figures in your direct line of work. But for me, I've drawn information from those around me. I take inspiration from how these women carry themselves in the industry, how they deal with difficult situations. And one thing I've noticed is that we all kind of have this attitude of I can do this, and it's a real strong resilience. So yeah, I find that really inspiring.
And you kind of said having like female
Yeah.
figures in the workplace is important to you. Is there any like pieces of advice that you've been given that have really stuck with you?
I suppose you get given quite a lot of different bits of advice, but something that's always stuck for me, and I feel like it's going to sound like such a cliche, is from my mum to say, be yourself. But I think it is so prevalent in this day and age when you're in a professional environment. Obviously, you have to carry yourself in a certain way, but I think you have to keep a bit of yourself there so that people feel like they're speaking to a real person, whether that be your clients or other professionals. So it does sound very cliche when you say it like that, though. Just be yourself, but it's true.
No, oh my gosh, it is true. Words to live by for sure. And what are your hopes for the future of gender diversity in the industry?
Yeah, well, I hope that eventually we reach a stage where a female within the industry is not described by her looks or how she presents herself, but actually by her work ethic, skills, and knowledge.
Mm.
I find that as much as the industry has progressed, and it really has, there is still this instilled behavioural pattern in some people, not everybody, but they look down upon a female professional simply because of her gender. My personal
Mm.
experience is that I've had comments on my appearance, for example, what I'm wearing at a social event, which I find bizarre as I'm at a professional environment and it's a working event. So why is my appearance a topic of conversation? I'm quite sure that comments about how clothes fit or how good looking you are can easily be noted as inappropriate. So I just don't understand why they continue. I also hope that in the future, female professionals are able to attend inspections or meetings alone without sending a colleague their location, text them when they've arrived,
Mm.
when they've left. And personally, I hope one day I might attend a viewing where I'm on my own and I'm not told by a man I've just met whilst I'm working that I'm attractive and just be expected to say thank you.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think it's a problem a lot of women face across all
Yeah,
workplaces, and it's hopefully something that will change. And it's really interesting you mention like safety
yeah,
and
yeah,
things because it was kind of a question that I'd brought up with some of the other
mhm,
women
yeah,
before, and it's just kind of like a whole different layer that you guys have to deal with in your everyday work.
I think I found one thing interesting was when I started my surveying career, is that one of the first things I was given was a personal alarm. None of my male colleagues had that, and it's just quite surprising that it's still a thing in 2024, but unfortunately it is the case for all of us.
Yeah. And I guess it's also just, it would be good for people to kind of acknowledge that
Yeah.
it's a whole different, like, emotional, like, layer that you have to take to work every day, like, going into do viewings by yourself or whatever, that men don't have to. And I think that's important to recognize as well. We'll finish on a fun one. If you could have dinner with 3 inspirational women, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Yeah, so mine would be Rihanna for one, Jessica Lange, the actress, and also my last one, she's technically not a woman, she's a drag queen, called Detox.
Fine.
I absolutely love her, and I think I would probably die if I was sat across the table from her. So that's why she's on my list.
I mean,
yeah, just why not? They're amazing. Like, built such like an empire for yourself, like off your own back. I just think it's so inspiring.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a very fun dinner table. I can tell you that for free. Yeah, how can we make this happen? Got to be in a budget somewhere, surely.
I know.
Thank you, Katie. That was brilliant. It was great to get all your insights as a woman in the industry.
No, thank you for having me. I was happy to share my insights.
Thanks again to Katie for her time today. For more information and to see the full range of services offered by the Graham and Sibbald Hotel and Leisure team, please visit our website at www.ge-s.co.uk. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, catch up on all our latest podcast episodes on our YouTube channel. See ya!